Good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and this is Leadership in Action Online. Boy, this has been an awesome week. It's starting off to Monday. You can see the sun's just coming over, and the birds starting to chirp and that kind of stuff. We've had a pretty interesting week so far. Last weekend, guys, we finished up a real long run on Saturday, and it was actually a 6-mile run. So it's the longest run I've run yet in a long time. I mean, it's funny because when I was younger, I used to run these long distances all the time. But now I'm 50, I'll be 51 here in another week or so. And so I'm really pushing really hard to get up to a good mile market, get some weight off, that kind of stuff. And so I want to be in the best shape ever at the age of 51. Anyways, today I had a real revelation about life and everything else. And one of the things that I really noticed was that when I was running, you know, there's a lot of things. Runners will tell you the same thing over and over again. The hardest part about running is getting up out of bed, right? It's the hardest part. It's not so much the running part. It's actually the getting up and actually just kind of pushing yourself to take that first step. Because once you start running, everything's pretty automatic, you know. And now I've gotten to the point where it's not so much the distance, it's just a time element, you know. It's not so much that I'm breathing hard or anything like that. I've got my good pace down. It's just, you know, those little intangibles. But it's the little things, and runners don't understand this. It's those little things that if you don't take care of them, that they ruin the entire run. It's those little distractions in the middle of a run. It could be a knee aching, it could be a stomach problem, it could be that you have to use the bathroom, for goodness sake. And if you don't take care of those things, that they can really distract you, and it makes it so that your run is just not enjoyable. And that's really what, that same thing happens in life. Are there any distractions, anything in life that are really just kind of ruining your day, ruining your business, ruining your experience? If so, folks, it's probably a good idea to get rid of those things. Really focus on those and get rid of them, because it'll ruin the entire experience of doing anything in the present time, and then anytime consequently after that you have to go do those things, you won't want to do them because you'll associate them with that bad experience. Does that make sense? Let me give you, for instance, let's say you have a really bad client, and we've had a couple of bad clients. You'd say to yourself, man, this client's paying me a lot of money to do this job, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just suck it up and I'll just take all the abuse, and, you know, the client might be like, you know, really a bad person. And so what you do is you kind of go through the entire experience. At the end of the day, you get paid, but you're just kind of more happy just to get the money and get out of the door, right? The next client you have the same thing. You've got this really bad client. Well, guess what? Every time you get up in the morning, guess what you're going to associate your work day with? That's right, you're going to associate it with a bad client, a bad experience. Better to get rid of that bad client, give them to one of your competitors, than it is for you to keep that client for yourself. What we're trying to do is we're trying to associate good things with your work experience, with your life, with all these things, okay? And we're not saying that you're going to have a Pollyannish kind of lifestyle, but we are saying that it makes a lot of difference the way you associate things with good feelings, hard tasks, and stuff like that. Does that make sense? Wow. Well, I hope you got something out of this. This has been Sherman Ray. This has been Leadership in Action. If you like what you heard, I'd like you to go to my website, www.shermanray.com, or you can go to redlettermedia.net, find out a lot more about me and what I do. Ask me if I can come over to your state or to your corporate function and be your keynote speaker. I love going out there and working with a lot of people, just like I do with the Diversity Networking Group here in Las Vegas. Anyways, once again, this has been Sherman Ray. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.